Are you ready to dive deep into the wisdom of the Dalai Lama? The Dalai Lama is not just a spiritual leader. He's a global icon of peace, compassion, and enlightenment. Each of his quotes carries a profound message that has the potential to transform lives. So, are you ready to dig deeper into his wisdom? Let's get started. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. This quote suggests that happiness is not a static state that one simply falls into. It's an active process. Your choices, your actions, your initiatives are the building blocks of your own joy. Happiness doesn't come to you. You have to go out and create it. So, how will you create your happiness today? The purpose of our lives is to be happy. What could be more straightforward, yet so profound? The Dalai Lama cuts to the heart of existence and declares the ultimate goal: happiness. Strip away the complexities and anxieties that cloud our judgment, and it becomes clear that our core desire is to be truly happy. What are you doing to fulfill this core purpose? Compassion is the radicalism of our time. In an era where radicalism often connotes extremism or rebellion, the Dalai Lama flips the script. He declares that compassion, the simple act of understanding and helping others, is the most revolutionary act one can perform. Have you ever thought about compassion as a radical act? Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. This statement is both a philosophy and a call to action. Kindness is not conditional, it's a constant possibility. You can always choose kindness, regardless of circumstance. In emphasizing the word always, he eliminates all our usual excuses. What excuse have you used lately to avoid being kind? Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. Here, he elevates emotional virtues to the level of basic human needs, as essential as food or water. Love and compassion are not mere additives to a good life. They're the essential ingredients for the survival of humanity itself. How are you incorporating these necessities into your life? Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. Your inner peace is your sanctuary, your sacred space. Others might act in ways that disturb or displease you, but you have the power to maintain your composure. Are you letting others dictate your emotional state? If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. This is a humorous yet poignant way to emphasize that even the smallest actions can have a significant impact. Never underestimate your own influence. What small actions are you taking to make a big difference? My religion is very simple. My religion is kindness. In a world of complex doctrines and rituals, the Dalai Lama simplifies it all into one word: kindness. This single virtue, he suggests, is the essence of any worthwhile spiritual practice. How are you making kindness your personal doctrine? If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. It's a win-win. Compassion is the universal solvent of emotional challenges. It enriches not only the lives of the recipients but also enriches you in return. Have you found this mutual benefit in your own life? We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves. Here, the Dalai Lama identifies the root of global conflict: our internal battles. Peace isn't just an external condition but an internal state of being. How peaceful are you within your own mind? The Dalai Lama's quotes encapsulate timeless wisdom, offering pathways to inner peace, happiness, and a fulfilled life. These aren't just words, they're blueprints for transformative action. Are you ready to apply this wisdom to your life? Let's continue this deep dive into the wisdom of the Dalai Lama. We've explored the first 10, and each holds a universe of insight. But we're not stopping there. Are you ready for the next set of transformative philosophies? Buckle up. People take different roads seeking fulfillment and happiness. Just because they're not on your road doesn't mean they've gotten lost. The Dalai Lama teaches us the importance of tolerance and open-mindedness. Everyone's journey is unique, and there is no singular path to happiness or success. How open are you to understanding the different paths others are taking? The more you are motivated by love, the more fearless and free your actions will be. Acting out of love, according to the Dalai Lama, leads to fearlessness. It's a striking concept. Our actions are often clouded by fear, uncertainty, or self-interest. But what would happen if you acted purely out of love? Our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. A sense of purpose is what drives us, and according to the Dalai Lama, that purpose is as simple yet as profound as being of service to others. If helping is not an option, then the least one can do is not cause harm. How are you helping, or at least not harming, those around you? When you talk, you are only repeating what you already know. But if you listen, you may learn something new. Listening is a skill that many of us need to practice. It opens up the avenues to knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. When was the last time you truly listened, rather than waiting for your turn to speak? World peace must develop from inner peace. Peace is not just mere absence of violence. Peace is, I think, the manifestation of human compassion. The Dalai Lama redefines peace. It's not merely the absence of conflict but the presence of compassion. It starts from within, before extending outward to the global stage. Are you contributing to world peace by fostering inner peace? A disciplined mind leads to happiness, and an undisciplined mind leads to suffering. Discipline isn't about deprivation, it's a pathway to happiness. Lack of self-control or discipline, on the other hand, often leads to suffering. How disciplined are you in your pursuit of happiness? With realization of one's own potential and self-confidence in one's ability, one can build a better world. Self-awareness and self-confidence are not just personal assets. They are the tools to improve the world around us. Do you believe in your own potential enough to affect change? Old friends pass away, new friends appear. It is just like the days. An old day passes, a new day arrives. The important thing is to make it meaningful, a meaningful friend, or a meaningful day. Life is a series of moments and connections, each with the potential for meaningful impact. The cycle of life and time is inevitable. What matters is how you make each day and each relationship count. How are you making your days and relationships meaningful? The true hero is one who conquers his own anger and hatred. True heroism, according to the Dalai Lama, is an internal battle. It's not about vanquishing external foes but overcoming our own negative emotions. What inner demons are you working to conquer? We don't need more money, we don't need greater success or fame, we don't need the perfect body or even the perfect mate. Right now, at this very moment, we have a mind, which is all the basic equipment we need to achieve complete happiness. In a culture that often pushes material success and external achievements, this quote serves as a stunning reminder. All the tools for happiness are already within us, primarily in the form of our own mind. So, what are you doing with this incredible resource? We've explored 20 profound quotes from the Dalai Lama, each a catalyst for deep self-reflection and change. These aren't merely quotes to read and forget, they're philosophies to live by. Are you prepared to take these principles and apply them to your life? Are you ready to embark on an extraordinary journey? Picture a young boy, born into a humble family in a remote part of Tibet in 1935. Now, imagine this same boy becoming one of the most influential spiritual leaders in the world. Intrigued? Brace yourself, for this is no ordinary life, it's the life of His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama. Are you ready to delve into a tale so compelling it might just reshape your understanding of destiny, compassion, and world history? Here we go. The Discovery, an epic beginning. The year is 1937. Monks, guided by a series of visions and prophecies, undertake a perilous journey across the harsh Tibetan landscape. They are on a quest to find the reincarnation of the 13th Dalai Lama, who had passed away. And then, they find him, a 2-year-old boy named Lama Bhondap. The child passed all tests, including identifying items belonging to the previous Dalai Lama. Could you imagine the weight of destiny falling on such small shoulders? Youth and education, preparing for greatness. Lama Bhondap, renamed Tenzin Gyatso, is moved to Lhasa to begin his education at the tender age of 6. But he isn't learning what other children learn. He dives into philosophy, medicine, and meticulous Buddhist practices. How does it feel to be shaped as a global leader before even understanding what that means? The young leader, an unexpected turn of events. With the invasion of Tibet by China in 1950, the 15-year-old Dalai Lama suddenly finds himself as the de facto political leader of Tibet. This is a boy, barely out of childhood, forced to deal with geopolitical complexities that would confound seasoned diplomats. Can you fathom the courage it took for him to assume such responsibility? The Exile, a journey into the unknown. Fast forward to 1959, after a failed uprising against Chinese rule, the Dalai Lama flees to India. This marks the beginning of his life in exile, a life that he has now lived longer than his time in Tibet. But he doesn't simply fade into obscurity. Are you wondering how this exile becomes a period of unimaginable influence? The global icon, spreading wisdom and compassion. From his base in Dharamshala, India, the Dalai Lama becomes a global force for good. He wins the Nobel Peace Prize in 1989, writes numerous books, and meets world leaders, scientists, and celebrities. His influence transcends borders, faiths, and political systems. Curious how a man without a country becomes a citizen of the world? The spiritual leader, a legacy like no other. Above all, the Dalai Lama remains a Buddhist monk, a spiritual leader committed to spreading the virtues of compassion, forgiveness, and love. As he enters the twilight of his life, discussions about his reincarnation, or lack thereof, arise, adding yet another layer of mystery and anticipation to his tale. What's next for a man who has already lived so many lifetimes in one? And there you have it, a life so extraordinary that it transcends the boundaries of what we thought was possible. The Dalai Lama's journey is a vivid tapestry of struggle, resilience, and boundless compassion. This isn't just the story of a spiritual leader, it's a testament to the indomitable power of the human spirit. So, are you inspired yet? Ready to explore more about this incredible individual who turned adversity into an opportunity for worldwide impact? The story of the Dalai Lama is far from over, and its lessons are ripe for the taking. Will you seize them? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel for more wisdom and inspiration.